Our first day of being on duty was the day we got attacked.
And everybody got their gear on. I was the first one to go out the back door, and I was like, holy cow. And then we saw the insurgents pour around the corners and, fought for a little while. And most of these people had never deployed before. So this was their first deployment in their first month.
How many is the first deployment? This is the first deployment. Wow.
So these bunch of kids, it was the bravest thing I ever saw.
I told Saunders and Huffman to get out of there because Huffman had a grenade strapped on his leg. He had a bullet wound to the face, and they refused and wanted to stay in the fight. One guy hid behind us like a small AC unit and a B hut, and he was wearing a friendly uniform, so I didn't shoot right away until he pointed his AK at me and started shooting at me. Moved out of the way at the last second, came back around the corner, and then I shot him, and he never came back up.
From that moment on, it was just a constant fight back and forth. I don't remember how I got injured, but they told me what happened. Sergeant O'Donnell was right behind me in the doorway, and he said I yelled grenade once and nothing happened. Well, the grenades they were throwing, they weren't very experienced because they taped the pins to their vest with electrician's tape. And it was really hot out, so the tape melted, and when they pulled the grenade off, the pin came off with it. So half of the grenades they threw didn't go off, they still had the pins in them. So he said I yelled grenade again, and they started pulling me back through the doorway, and it went off, and it knocked me out. Took shrapnel wounds and dislocated my shoulder and a couple various other injuries.
Somebody kept calling me. I did not answer because, every time I answer the phone, it's like somebody's trying to sell me something.
The doc came over to me and said, hey, give me your cell phone. And I said, I gotta call my wife. And he's like, okay, you got 3 minutes. And I called her.
I was at my work. He calls me and he was like, I'm injured. And I was like, so that's what the call been about. The phone's been ringing off the hook from midnight. And I was like, did you get shot, blown up this time, or what?
I told her I'm okay. I just took a little shrapnel and got blown up, got knocked out for just a little bit, but they're treating me fine.
When you're married to a person and he tells you everything, when he's lying.
So, well, there was silence for a little bit, and then there was the caring kicked in, the love. She's a very loving person. Like I said, if the insurgents would have gotten past us, we had a lot of civilians on our file. And if they would have gotten past us, their only job was to create destruction. Missouri National Guard stopped them there.
That's going to do it for this edition of MNG TV, an inside look at the Missouri National Guard. We'll see you next time.